Hello, my name is Benedict Toos. Welcome to the sports segment here on the AM Show. Well, today we'll talk about Aduana Stars. They are in UEFA Africa Champions League. That's happening at Doma this afternoon. They're up against Algerian side ES Setif, and I nearly said Aduana Stars were in the UEFA Champions League because last night we saw action in the UEFA Champions League where Real Madrid. Now there is a saying that no Real Madrid, no UEFA Champions League. They are through to the next stage of the competition, the 8th consecutive time they've reached the quarterfinals. And also, Liverpool, their game against FC Porto ended goalless by virtue of the first leg 5-0 win. Liverpool are through to the next stage of the competition, that's the quarterfinals. I'm Benedict Tosi. Thanks so much for our company this morning. So, my colleague Serin Saki will join me later. We'll look at the matches that were played in the UEFA Champions League and also a preview the matches that will be played later today in the Champions League. But here on the local scene, we'll start with the CAF Champions League. And Aduana Stars are the only Ghanaian representative in the Africa campaign after the exit of Kumasi and Tekotoko from the CAF Confederation Cup. Well, this afternoon at the Doma Park, they are up against ES Setif of Algeria. Remember, they played against Al Tahidi. The first leg, Aduana lost by a goal to nil at the Doma Park. They won that game by 2-1, and by virtue of that result, they are through to this stage of the competition, and they have another hurdle, and it's against the North African team. Well, we'll go over to the phone lines and speak to Isaac Kumsin. He is the top official of Aduana Stars, preparations-wise and how ready they are for this afternoon's game. Mr. Kumsin, thanks so much for joining me here on the AM Show. And how ready are we for the game this afternoon?
Yeah, thank you, Benedict, and good morning to your viewers. And I will say Aduana is very much ready for this game because since 2 weeks after we have played El Tihadi, we moved straight into camp and started preparation. And we've been preparing and playing matches. And the scouts and coach have gotten opportunity to watch ES Setif, how they play and how they map up their strategies. And we have also done same to counter what they want to do, God willing, today. Lucky for us, some of the players who were not fit in earlier matches are now very fit and strong, especially Yaya Mohammed, who was a bit down, has come up strongly. And if you see his training over the week, he's on top of his game, and that put more oil into our attacking options, and it put us on some level that brings us a lot of confidence that we are going to deliver. We have heard of ES Setif, their experience in African football, and once they arrive in Ghana, they have also been on the quiet, doing their own thing, telling us that, yes, they don't want to give any space, they don't want to give any chance, and they are keeping their cards, their chest. And that have made us very cautious in handling and dealing with their issues. And all what we are doing is that we are putting in our maximum effort in all aspects of football to make sure that we qualify in Doma Ikro before we go to.
Briefly, before I take leave of you, how difficult is it to play the first leg? Because normally, especially with the first game you played against Al Tahidi, you went away, lost by a goal to nil. You were able to see the things that you didn't do right, corrected them, and won the second leg. This time you are playing the first game here in Ghana.
Yeah, for me, I wouldn't even go back to what we played earlier because, like you said, we've learned from there. What we have to focus on is that we are playing a team that played his home and won 6-0. And if you are going to play that team first leg, it tells you that going back there, you have a lot to do. Therefore, you can only qualify on your own when you are able to also get a lot of goals here. You are able to hammer them submissively so that you secure your own qualification before you go back to audience. And that is what we are precisely focused on and make sure we deliver the goods today. That is why I'm telling everybody that it is Aduana's time and everybody must troop to Nana Mamedu Stadium and support the Oja boys. And they won't disappoint because they know the task ahead and the promise that goes with it.
And you have to score more goals to make the second leg a mere formality. So how many goals are you going to score this afternoon?
I'm not one who prophesying. But at least I know for sure that if you get 3 and 4 goals here, definitely you know you have secured your berth for the next stage.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kumsin. So that was Isaac Kumsin. He is a top official of Aduana Stars, speaking to us ahead of their game against ES Setif at the Doma Park this afternoon. So that's CAF Champions League.